What's going on? It's the RapNerd, and as you may know, the latest entry for the Predator franchise just dropped on Hulu called Prey, and I think it's a fantastic film. Check my review if you haven't already. I loved it, thoroughly enjoyed it. Gonna add it to the Blu-ray, hopefully. But with this movie dropping, a lot of people have been talking about, the ranking and how good this film is, and a lot of people say it's the best either since the original, or they say it's the best overall, including better than the original. So I'm like, I might as well do my ranking too, because I love this franchise. So that's the first disclaimer I'm going to tell you. Of course, there are some movies that are better than others, clearly, but I find entertainment in all of them, and I enjoy all of them. So without further ado, let's get started. So at the very bottom of the list, I have to put Alien vs. Predator Requiem, and I really do like the setting, the small town environment. It leads off of where Alien vs. Predator was, and it just takes place in a small town, and aliens are fighting the predators, and nobody is safe. Nobody in this town is safe, and I like how it goes from different points of like the alien just killing people, and Predator is kind of just trying to stop the alien for the most part. The alien's just on a rampage, just murking people. If I'm not mistaken, is it the alien, or is it the little mixed child, the alien Predator mix that's just on a rampage murking people? But either way, the Predator's there to stop it, and I really enjoy that aspect. And again, I'm a sucker for that kind of setting, so I can watch it and have entertainment out of it. Are there flaws? Yes, there are. I'm pretty sure you know the flaws, and I'm not here to just dump on the film. So it's a flawed movie, but I enjoy it, but it has to be at the bottom though. Next on this list, moving my way up, is Alien vs. Predator. This is actually a pretty cool movie. I like the setting, taking place in, is it Antarctica or is it Alaska? Wherever it is, it takes place with this icy, snowy backdrop, and I think it makes for a very claustrophobic feeling movie. It feels the most like a horror movie, in my opinion, than a lot of the movies in the franchise, and I like that aspect of it. And with that coldness being there, it adds a whole different level of claustrophobia to it. And when they first announced this, I was like, oh, that's dope, that's tight. Especially because that Easter egg was first in Predator 2, when Danny Glover looked over at the alien skull, and he was like, oh, they're finally doing it. Okay, dope. So I really enjoy that aspect. Like I said, it feels very, very much more like a horror movie, with the people, with the crew discovering and stumbling across this big ass hole that they see. Like it's very, very unsettling. You know what I mean? So I got that as the next one up. Next on this list is Predator 2018. I really think Alien vs. Predator is better than this movie, but I enjoy 2018 more than Alien vs. Predator. And again, it's one of those setting things, man. Like, I am a stickler for, horror / action, more so horror. I am a stickler for horror taking place in small towns, man. I just love that kind of stuff, man. So, if you've seen that movie, this is one that people just felt betrayed by. Frankly, those who are a fan of the franchise, they were like, this one sucks. I hate it. And I've seen so much hate, and I think there's even in there like rumors of like a different cut of the movie, and this was kind of, Shane Black was kind of chopped at the knees. And if that is the case, I would love to see what he did. But honestly, I enjoyed this one. And another plus, again, with it being, small town, it also takes place during Halloween. So me being the horror head that I am, I like it. I enjoy it for what it is, you know what I'm saying? Again, it's flawed as usual. I'm not gonna go through the flaws at all, but I'm thoroughly entertained by it. The comedy is a bit much, but I found a lot of it funny. I think was his name Sterling Brown? Oh, he was pretty damn funny. Of course, Michael Keegan and Thomas Jane were fucking hilarious. I enjoyed it for what it was, and that's where it's at. Now, those three movies I just named, you can literally put a gap between them for these next set of films, because I don't want anyone thinking like, okay, this next movie I named means the quality is close to that. Not the case at all. So, Alien vs. Predator Requiem, Alien vs. Predators 2018. Put a gap and start the list right here, because I feel like all of these movies in this set are all great and fantastic movies, and it is what it is. So, next on the list is it's gonna be blasphemy. I might have people shooting at me, but I have the original Predators right there at the number 4 spot, and it's no knock on it at all. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about the first Predators film. I think it was one of the movies that reinvented cinema when it dropped. Practical effects, the score, the characterization, having Arnie being the lead star. Like, it's just the macho fest of action horror, and it, like I said, we wouldn't have movies we have now without that one. So it's definitely a classic, legendary, and I don't want anyone to take any disrespect by it, but this is just based off of my enjoyment and quality, you know what I'm saying? So from this point on, it's not about quality. I think they all are great quality, but it's just the ones that I enjoy most and the ones that I watch the most. So respect to Arnie, respect to the first Predator, but I have it at number 4. Moving up on the list, I have Predator 2. Yes, I like Predator 2 more than Predator 1. I really enjoyed it. They brought the Predator to the big city, especially somewhere like Los Angeles. Like, this movie is so chaotic. It's so balls to the wall, action, gunfiring, a horror fest. Like, this one is just a punch of a movie in all places. It's firing off at all cylinders. The fact that, you know, Danny Glover, he's pretty much the same person he's in Lethal Weapon. He's just in Predator. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the movie, motherfucker is riding in a car with the door off, sitting there going towards his ops, shooting. Like, that shit is what? Like, this movie is pure 90s action, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, Gary Busey's fucking nuts. Like, the Predator is, what my man Bill Paxton said, like, just everything in this movie is just over the top, and I just love it. Because for the 90s, if you grew up during the 90s, you know what over the top 90s means. And this is everything in its glory. It's violent, it's very aggressive. People are cursing for no damn reason. Like, these are the R-rated movies that our parents used to be like, you are not watching that because this is too much. And I love it for it being too much. So I got that at number 3. The top 2 spots. Number 2 is Prey. I just did a whole review. I just did a whole review on Prey. So if you all want to know what my thoughts in full about that movie are, you can just click a description down here and go watch my review. Fantastic movie. I think they added to the lore. Like, this is one of those prequels that makes the movies before it just that much better, because you're able to see where they come from and how they got there. And top-notch action, like the best action in any Predator movie, period. Like, I call Predator in here Predator Wick because of the shit that he was doing. Like, fantastic. I loved it. And again, Fox, if you're listening, please God, give us a Blu-ray, please. Number 1 on my list is Predators. Yes, the 2010 version. I remember seeing this thing in theaters, just like floored, just like in amazement, because this movie is fantastic. The best concept of all of them, to take this lore and flip it on its head, to me, and then it's just ridiculous, you know. If you've never seen the movie, like, going into it, not knowing anything, it's just, I remember what that was like. I mean, the scene opens to Adrian Brody's character just falling from the sky, and you're just there like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? And I love how the first act is literally you trying, you know, you along with the character trying to figure out what's happening, because everything looks like Earth, you know. It's nothing looks out of place, but as the movie goes on and the group gets together and they're all just like, I don't know why I'm here. I just blacked out and I ended up here, you know. And it just has this mystery surrounding it. And like I said, as it goes on, more and more weird stuff happens. I mean, fucking alien animals start running around and trying to kill all of them. And in the midst of the aliens, you know, attacking, they hear this big whistle and they just run away. And it's just like, what is going on? Like, the mystery of this film is just fantastic. And then you get to that glorious shot when they are overlooking like some of the planet, and they look up in the sky and there's like 4 or 5 different moons, and it's just like, and then that score hits and they're all just like, holy shit. And that's when you really realize, like, they're on the Predator's planet, and that just turns the movie up so many notches to make you be like, okay, how are they gonna get out of here? It just makes the whole situation hopeless, and from that point on, it's just even more of a wild ride. You know what I'm saying? They meet Lawrence Fishburne's character, who's been there for a minute and surviving, so that makes you question what is going on. He has some of their armor. You see other Predators out there getting killed, especially when they meet another one who's hung up on a tree. You know, that right there just makes you be like, damn, they going against their own kind? Like, what is going on? So I love how the movie continues to just build and build, and the stakes just continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. It's one of those movies that you can't rest at all. Like, there's no moment to just sit down and breathe. In the little pieces of seconds that there are to breathe, something just slaps you and throws you out the window, and now it's up for you to figure out what's going on. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie for that. It's beautifully shot, great action that, you know, harkens back to the first film with Arnie. I just love it, man. It's one of my favorite movies, period. So that's my list right there. Let me know in the comments, how do you rank these movies? Be respectful, please. If it doesn't follow your opinion, don't cuss me out or leave me a dislike. It's just my opinion. I just want to share because it's fun. But if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And until next time, peace. RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy.